This is Carrie Johnson with the Iowa Department of Management, and this is part 5 of a brief webinar series to help familiarize county auditors and their staff with the submission of property valuation into Department of Management's Property Valuation System. In this particular segment, we're going to talk about the different reports that are available within the system, how you access those reports, and some of the real common reports that you're going to want to use to review your data. So to run reports within the system, to run reports that are available to the county auditors, you'd want to be logged into the system. And over on the left-hand navigation, as you would see the category reports, and because the system includes budget information, annual financial report information, you will see those items as well as valuation reports. So if you click on valuation reports, the reports menu is similar, and the types of reports that are offered are similar as what they were in prior years. You can use this box up here if you want to search for a various report, or you can simply scroll down to look at the different reports that are available to you. Under Actions, you'll see 2 items. You can use the green icon to generate and download a report in a CSV format that you could then open in Excel and work with the data. Or you can do the red icon, which is a PDF report that's more viewer-friendly and formatted, and you can print off or save off to your machine. When you select one of those items, you'll have to indicate a few different parameters for your report, including the year. Depending on the report, you might need to do the levy authority type if it's for an individual levy authority type report, and the particular levy authority itself. In this case, it's 100% by class for a levy authority, so you'd have to select city levy authority type and then, of course, your particular city that you're looking for and do OK. It's going to tell you that the report is being generated. Once it's generated successfully, you're going to get an option for download, and you click on that download icon, download Word essentially, to actually go ahead and process the download. One of the important reports that you're going to want to take a look at is the gas and electric reconciliation report. What this does is that it provides for you all the gas and electric value by tax district that you have within your county. And you're going to want to run this report and then take it and compare it to the gas and electric values that were submitted to you by Department of Revenue. And you do that just to sort of reconcile that those values that they reported to you are being shown correctly in the valuation system. So it's just a report to look and review before you submit your values. Tax district summary report will show you each and every tax district, the number, the name, how it's entered as far as property type, any frozen base amount, etc., TIF information, the net value without gas and electric, and the gas and electric value. So this is a good summary report by tax district of your information. So also a good one to take a look at. Estimated TIF area revenue report. This report provides for you and for your TIF authorities for each and every TIF area, within that area, the increment districts, their taxable value, the estimated net consolidated tax rate, so the current year rate that's existing in that tax district, and then an estimated TIF revenue calculation. It's just a good way to take a look at and make sure that what you're estimating is going to be generated by the different TIFs in your county. What you're estimating jives with what the request that was made. Key change report for taxing districts. This will show you any changes that you made in this valuation year as compared to the year before. So if you added new tax districts, deleted tax districts, or somehow changed them, they would show up on this report. So it's a good way just to review the changes that you made and make sure that they look correct. If you didn't make any changes and you ran that report, you'd see basically this item, no records found, basically telling you, there were no changes, there is no report. Key change report for TIF areas. Also, if you did some modification to your TIF areas or added new or deleted some, you'd want to run that report and again make sure that the changes that you made are reflected in the manner that you wish them to be. Taxable valuation by levy authority. This is one of the very important reports that the levy authorities use. Again, you'd run the year and you'd run the option for whichever levy authority type you would want, and then proceed from there to bring up that taxable valuation by levy authority. And this is what the report looks like. I do suggest you review this report for each and every one of your levy authorities to make sure it's generating in the manner that you expect. So for all of your levy authorities, they're going to need this report just to make sure that what they're showing in their budget is correct. So this is again, the most commonly sought after report. Schools will still need this report in order to verify valuation into their budgets. All the other levy authorities other than schools for the fiscal 22 will have their valuation automatically pulled into their budget forms in the online system. Schools are still not part of that system for fiscal year 22. And again, you want to check. Each and every column needs to be correct before you submit your data and finalize it. 100% values by levy authority. So this, you're going to want to make sure each levy authority is correct with before and after military exemptions in showing the correct value as you expect it to be. Levy authority valuations by class, 100% and taxable. This is often used by folks when they're trying to estimate their commercial and industrial replacement. They'll pull out this report and look at their commercial and industrial value, 100% versus taxable, and see what their difference is to try to get an estimation on the loss and what they can expect in commercial and industrial replacement. So that's a reason why that's a popular report that people use. But again, it's a good report to look at to make sure that everything seems reasonable and accurate. Levy authority valuations by class, 100% and taxable. And one thing I do recommend is that you compare this year's total valuations by class to last year's total valuations by class. So run your county reports, look at your valuations by class, compare them to last year, and sort of see, are there large changes? Can any large changes be explained? Does this all make sense and seem reasonable? If there are significant changes and you're not sure why that would be, certainly ask your assessor if you need some more background on what might be causing the numbers to fluctuate. Another important report is a tax district recap report. You can run that as a PDF report. What this does is it shows you each and every tax district that you have within your county as a page, as an individual page. So for that tax district, it's going to have all of the basic information about the tax district on the top, and then it's going to have that tax district's 100% and taxable value by class listed here. And at the bottom, it's going to have the assigned levy authorities to that tax district. So it's just a good overview of exactly what is going on in any one tax district, right? So if you are having some issues or some numbers aren't making sense and you really need to dig into the detail, this is a report that you'd want to take a look at. That tax district recap report can also be ran as a CSV. So that can be very helpful because you can then, of course, manipulate the data, do some summations, find numbers if you're looking for a particular number, that sort of thing. So it's very easy to manipulate. You can run that report, upload it to an Excel file, and do whatever you need to do with it. And one thing about this report, it's not necessarily helpful unless you're looking at prior years or until you get to the end of the tax season. But that report does list out the tax rates. Once that information is populated after the budget process and certification process is complete, it does list the individual tax rates for each of the levy authorities associated to that tax district. So then you can see how that sums to the consolidated rate for that tax district. So that can be very helpful. Again, if you're trying to look for discrepancies or really dig into the detail of what's going on in a tax district. If you have any questions about running different reports or any of the data in the reports or how to download to CSV or any of those types of things, please let me know. Thank you.